Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wake up on this morning and looking at some question. It's about what is going on 2012 and what happens to 18 and 12 and so on 212. I'm sorry, 8 and 12. What was going on and what is the moral high ground within the social movement beyond that. Like, unfortunately, I'm not going to look at the calculation beyond that, but because the debate between what was going on right now and many channel YouTubers going to see exactly the idea of how many people coming there and is there represent the voice of campaigning Prabowo or something about it. I'm not going to go to there. What I'm going to look in this case is what makes it is so special. What makes Reuni 212 is so special. What makes 812 is so special. Yeah, despite the fact exactly this is people coming up and say, well, this is a political agenda, this is a kind of people reacted very bad or something about it. We're gonna look at more simple, like we're gonna look on deeply, like we look Habib Bahar, we look he's gonna go to the jail, he's gonna go to prisoners or somebody who look deeply what makes it is bad or something about it. They constitute and saying that is hate speech, that is something very bad. Forget about it. What we're going to look is that Reoni 212 exactly clear is representing the voice, representing the civil rights, representing the social movement, right? The reason why they do it, is that their liberties has already been broke up, that their liberties on the basis of religions, many people come that the doctrinal teaching in this case is very bad or something about it. We say, ladies and gentlemen, those social movement, those represent their liberties, represent the value of religions, represent the value of suffer beyond the policy which created by the regime. Ladies and gentlemen, we say a policy which created by regime right now may affect it to many people on 212, right? So that's why we think the moral ground beyond Reoni 212 is not only representing the power of unite, it's not only representing the power of political agenda, it's not representing the power of, yeah, uh, the voice of Prabowo or something about it. Uh, it's represent the value of suffer, represent the value of people hurt, the value of social rights. Right now, they think it is unjust. They think it is hurts them. They think it is attacking something valuable in their life. For example, maybe call it ideology, maybe we call it as idealism, maybe we call it as identity, maybe we call it as something about it. But the reason why they doing it, it's only one: unite in order to remind what was going on to the government. Therefore, if it is political agenda, it might be good for one particular person. The problem has come is that somebody try to calculate, yeah, this is not 1 million people, this is not 10 million people, this is not about it. We are stupid on debating on how many people coming there. This is not like pocho pocho. This is about our voice has been, yeah, being held by the government, right? Right? How many media looking at that particular cases? How many media looking on moral high ground beyond Reuni 212, right? We think, I don't even know why, because it is related to the political agenda. What I really understand is it is representing the voice of their liberties, their rights to be liberty, to be free, right? Everyone in these cases feeling that they are not free, feel that they are being isolated, being marginalized just because many policy which created by government, for example. That kind of argument, that kind of claim represented to the yeah, how many people there, to calculating to the number of membership, the number of people coming there, right? So we think that if somebody claim that this is not 100 people, this is 1,000 people, this is or something about it, or something, how many people, 1 billion, 2 billion people coming there, or 10 million coming there, it's still represent the voice of harm, right? We think that someone who looks use is an argument on the basis of calculation is someone stupid. Sorry, it is a stupid, right? So the reason why they coming there, firstly, because traditional moral authority, right? The basic doctrinal teaching, the basic identity, the basic ideology. Because of that, they're standing there because of identity, because of feel the same pain, feel the same suffer, feel the same hurts, right? Why they do it? Why they become there? Why they become there? Because of feeling hurt, feeling suffer, feeling marginalization. That's why we think religion there is only try to represent that voice, represent that these people still a part of the state, still a part of the country, which is because this is a part of the country, because this is a part of the state, we think that their liberties in these cases represented through the movement, social movement in these cases. We think the social movement in this case has a rights to support and to tell their voice in these cases. You come up and say this is a bad idea, I'm saying this is good idea, because this is the way I am, the way people should be respected, right? Political identity in this case is the way to show the prejudice of everyone in these cases. That's why we have to do so. That's why we do it. Reunit 212 representing the voice of people on the suffer, people on the hurts, people on being marginalized. They are being marginalized. Who's gonna be marginalized? They are who living there. They feel the same pain and they say, who? And somebody coming, I don't want to say somebody and looking at ELC, who is discriminating Muslim in that moment. Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, right? If they are not feeling suffer, they will not come to there. If they are not feel that the policy government is discriminating one particular identity, they will not come to there, right? Or too much They say, somebody say this is campaigning HTI or Hizbut Tahrir Indonesia. I don't care. I don't care. Just because this is campaigning HTI doesn't automatically means that people cannot say they are being suffer, right? So look, what was going on, ladies and gentlemen. What was going on in this case is the new issue is that Habib Bahar being criminalized by the states or something, but simply because hate speech. Yeah, you make a policy about hate speech, you make a policy about free speech, and now somebody tried to destroy it. It because of you. Why you say it's about Sontoloyo, you say it's about Kampret, or you say it's about something about it. Is it not hate speech? It is hate speech too, right? So, well, exactly this is, there is no standard on the hate speech, on the kind of free speech on that particular cases, right? So, what you have to demand is to what you have to demand is not ruling the way they speak, the way they're talking, the way they explain something. That is the moral ground. Beyond that, ladies and gentlemen, things like liberty, for example, liberty is a fundamental. This is unalienable rights. This is given by the God. This is not given by the government. This is the rights since I was born, and nobody can stop it. If you rule my life, you rule. You isolate me. What does that mean? What is what is the distinction between jail and the state right now? Right? If you're ruling people to speak, people to explain something, people to telling the truth, telling something good or something bad, for example. People coming there to represent their suffer, to represent their religion has been broke, the religious political in terms of politics, even if it is used as a political agenda. I'm sorry if you're looking at particular cases, right? That's why the moral high ground beyond that. Firstly, right, the spirit of religion. Secondly, the spirit of identity, that is collective identity. We have to be reunite. We have to ensure that the patriotism and nationalism has already been broke or something like or something about it, and it becomes social movement. And those social movement, quantity of these people coming up on there and saying, we proud to be Muslim, we proud to be Islamist. Intolerant is wrong too on the basis Islamist. Intolerant is wrong too on the basis of religions. But unfortunately, we proud to get our liberties. That's what the main idea of social movement. Somebody coming up and calculating, this is 10,000 people, 1,000 people. We think you have to stop that, right? That's not the value that's supposed to be debated. Someone who looking at 10,000 people, 12,000 people, or even something about it, yeah, useless. It is useless. What we think our liberties has already been marginalized. That's that's the voice that's supposed to be accommodated by the government. Guys, that's the voice, right? Because it is suffer, because it is hurt, because it is the voice of proletar poverty, right? It represented it is represented through one member, namely religions, namely Islamic religions, right? If there's someone, namely Habib Bahar, attacking president, yeah, because their policy has already hurt and make themselves being suffer, right? If the government in this cases is the agent who distribute justice, criminalizing Habib Bahar. Similar, unjust. Right? That is the point, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Well, I don't want to say that there is the voice of Mama, the voice or something about it, or I don't care about it. What I care is about myself. Your policy may harm myself or something about it. That is what I care is about, right? So because your policy may have affected me, we think affirmative action. Oh, I'm sorry, not affirmative action. We think that politics is a way to achieve the voice of all of us. Nowadays, religion used in order to represent the voice of all of us. I'm sorry, that is the way to explain it, right? So that is why the moral ground beyond the Reuni 212, in this case, to show you how harm we are, how discriminated we are, how marginalized we are, simply because one or two or even three policy created by the government right now, which deconstructive the way of us, the way of our life to begin with, right? We want to say something and we want to say something for the best of the future. We do have a nationalism, we do have patriotism, but the problem is you hurt us. That is what we don't want to just happen. Thank you very much.